How?
Only saw him yesterday.
Was he sick?
He looked fine.
Poor wretch.
Shame.
What does Peter say?
What do you
Not
think?
like this.
Suspicious.
Very.
How?
I'm not sure.
They found him dead.
Where? In the street.
Strange.
Face down.
Drowned?
Who knows?
Poor wretch.
Seemed a decent lad.
Reminded me of my brother.
But how did it happen?
Need to ask Peter.
He won't tell.
He'll play innocent.
Just like my brother.
You won't get the truth from Peter.
We need to insist.
Peter won't tell.
Won't trust Peter.
Rest his father.
Turning in his grave.
How died he, Peter?
How died the boy, Peter?
I found him lifeless. Poor lad was dead.
Peter! How was the boy fed?
How was he punished, Peter?
Peter, how was the boy tasked?
Much we suspected, but we little proved.
And Peter passed, untroubled and unmoved.
Well, was that his exercise?
Oh well, live and let live.
Leave well alone.
It's none of our business. The boy was no relation of ours.
It's none of our concern what he's done to the boy.
True. Live and let live.
Leave well alone.
It's none of our business what he does to the boy.
But soon, another boy with equal ease was found, the money exchanged, and the victim bound.
What was his fate?
One night, it chanced that this second young boy fell from the boat's mast and perished in the boat's well, where the fish were living kept, and where the boy, so reasoned men, could not himself destroy.
Crimes is at his exercise. Live and let live, I say. Poor wretch, well alone, none of our business. Leave well alone, the boy is no relation of mine. None of our business. Live and let live, none of our business. None of our business. Leave well alone. Crimes is at his exercise. Crimes is at his exercise. Poor wretch, leave well alone, I say. Crimes is at his exercise. Live and let live, I say. Live and let live, I say. Well alone. Poor wretch, is at his exercise. Live and let
Stand forth, Peter Grimes. Read the oath aloud for all assembled folk to hear. I do swear that what I shall state on this day is the truth and nothing but the truth. Peter Grimes, you must tell us about the death of your second apprentice boy on the 14th day of this month. He was at sea, and the boy died.
There must be more you can tell us. What happened to the boy?
What happened to the boy? What happened to the boy? What happened?
I didn't know what to do. I pulled the lad ashore just before sunset. Ellen saw me bring the lad ashore. Step forward, Ellen Orford. Is this true?
That is so. I was near the quay when Grimes beached his boat that night.
And tell us what you saw.
It was a still night, dark. It was difficult for me to see with my failing eyesight, but as I got closer to the edge of the quay,
And what brought you there at that time of evening?
I'd been to visit my sister, who'd been ill that day. I brought her some soup and bread, and we prayed together for her speedy recovery. As I was returning home, I thought I saw a figure leaning against the edge of a boat on the shingle. Then I realised it was Peter.
Whom you know well?
I've known Peter since he was a little boy, and I knew his father before him. A pious man who loved God and lived a decent life.
God rest his soul. Old Peter, if he was still with us, would be sorely distressed to hear this account.
Continue.
Well, Peter called out to me, you see, and it was clear he was in need of some help, so I went down to him.
And what did you see?
Well, I saw Peter lifting the boy, a young Tom, from the boat. As I got closer, I realised the boy was not breathing.
And what did Grimes do?
He
Unloaded the fish!
Unloaded the fish!
Silence! Unloaded
Peter!
Peter asked me to go, so I went to get help.
The boy was dead. What else could I have done?
Should never be
Quiet!
But how did the boy die, Peter? Answer the question!
Peter Grimes! What is your answer to that question? How exactly did the boy die? Remember your oath you have sworn this day. Speak only the truth, man! Silence! There is little to tell. He was an idle lad, not interested in work. He just wanted to sit and dream all day long. We were fishing, had a fair catch. One of the boats loaded high with fish. How long had you been at sea for? 4 days. 4 days! Quiet! And was the boy fed and rested during that time? He was fed all right. And he was rested as much as I was. But I didn't know what work was, or idly was. We was returning to the borough. It was dark and the sea was choppy. I was stowing the nets when I heard a scream, followed by a thud. Looked around but saw nothing. So, what did you do next? Well, I went forward looking for the boy. But when I called him, there was no answer. He was in the well of the boat, in a heap like an old bundle of rags. And then? Well, I pulled the boy from the well. But when I sat him up, I realised he was not breathing. And, in your opinion, what was the cause of death?
How did he die?
It was obvious. The boy fallen from the mast. You think he fell from the mast to his death? I know he did.
The well of the boat, full of fish, would have been soft. How could such a fall kill him? The fish would have certainly cushioned his fall.
Well, I can't answer that. But that's how he died.
You should never be
And what is the magistrate's decision?
He was long in doubt, but sturdy Peter faced the matter out. At length, he dismissed him, saying at the time,
Keep fast your hatchways when you boys who climb.
This hit the conscience, and Peter coloured more than for the closest questions put before.
In the county lines through a friend at school who said she could earn £500 a week. The gang wait for her outside school with promises of presents and attention and forced her to carry drugs from the city to nearby towns. They even gave her a flashy mobile phone so that they could contact her. It's really big business. These dedicated phone lines can easily make £5,000 a day.
Come here, sweetheart. Got a job for you. I'll need you to go to Wrexham tomorrow. Here's money for the bus. You'll be met when you get there. Do as you're told. You've done this before. Do you remember?
What about school?
School's a waste of time. Do as you're told, sweetheart. Else you know what happens.
But the teacher will want to know.
I'll give the teacher a note. Say you was ill.
Again?
Yes, again. Anyways, it's not a teacher's business what you're doing. Listen, sweetheart. Do you want those pair of shoes I promised you? Do this for me then. Anyways, this is the last time I'll ask you to do something like this.
You said that last time.
Look, sweetheart, you know what happens when you don't do as you're told. don't you? Good girl. I don't know what we'd do without you. Daddy's little helper you are.
All his fears and the verdict set aside. At the slave shop, Peter again applied.
He's got another boy
Grimes, another boy?
Noble looking like they said,
by the name of Sam.
one of gentle blood, I'll wager.
Some noble sinner's illegitimate son, perhaps,
An earl or duke that has deceived some humble maid.
whom he first seduced and then betrayed.
The bastard offspring was hidden in the workhouse.
Some backstairs liaison, our warrant.
He seems a gracious lad,
A boy of manners soft and mild,
one with gentle manners he seems.
with grief submissive, and with patience sad.
Passive Sam laboured, till his slender frame was bent with his loads, and he at length was lame. Strange that a frame so weak could bear so long the foulest insult and the grossest wrong.
The boy's dead. He's dead.
Which boy?
Peter's boy. Sam.
The workhouse boy.
Dead.
Last evening, Peter returned with his boat.
But no sign of the boy.
Grimes has another apprentice drowned.
So Peter was again summoned to the hall to tell his tale before the citizens all.
Yes, tonight. Such drafts of fish I made. I could not sell them on this borough trade.
So he set sail for London market.
The boy was ill, new to danger on the angry sea. He clung frightened to my knee. The boat grew leaky and the wind was strong. Rough was the passage and the time was long. My liquor failed
No
and
more is known. The rest we must suppose.
I spied the danger of the harbour tried. Meantime the fish and the apprentice boy died.
That this lad he loved. But the magistrate with tone severe replied,
Henceforth with thee thou shalt never abide. Hire thee a free man thou durst not beat, but in thy despite will eat and sleep. Free thou art now, Peter. But should you here appear, you will find your sentence, like your soul, severe. Where's my father? That old man will swear against my life.
Alas, for Peter now not a helping hand. So was he hated, and he now command.